on EA Sports. And we've got two teams who have both brought Baltimore a Super Bowl. It's the Indianapolis Colts and the Baltimore Ravens. And it comes your way next.
Built on the side of a former piano factory, there's been plenty of music made on the field here in the decade since it opened back in 1998. Welcome, everyone, to M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore. Hi there, everybody. Thanks so much for joining us. You picked a fun one to tune into. I'm Kate Scotch, joined by former NFL quarterback Brock Huard. And we've got two quarterbacks here, Brock, who are known for playing a very exciting brand of football. Not just throwing the rock, but taking it themselves, too.
Yep, these are two of the guys who really epitomize the direction that this position's going in the modern NFL.
Yep.
Pocket passers, they'll have their place. They always will. But a lot of teams look to somebody like this as a default. A great passer, but someone who can also mix in plenty of rushing yards and keep that defense honest.
Justin Tucker has this all teed up. And we're underway from the bank. Fielded at the 7. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. So out come the Colts for their first offensive possession. Bringing them out to 4th overall pick in 2023 out of Florida, a super athlete at quarterback, Anthony Richardson.
I don't think it's hyperbole to say that when Anthony Richardson came out of the draft out of Florida, he was the greatest all-around athlete we'd ever seen at quarterback. 240 pounds, running 4.4, jumping 40 inches. He was the envy of defensive ends and linebackers that couldn't put up those numbers. Now, it's taken all those athletic traits and squeezing them into the quarterback position, maximizing all that physical talent to become the superstar he can be.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Working from the gun, it's Richardson. That's brought in. It's his back, Jonathan Taylor. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
Okay, I know exactly what's going to happen. I've seen it once. I've seen it 100 times. Next week on the practice field, this running back's going to say, see, I'm not just a running back. I can play receiver. And you receivers, you couldn't do my job, but I just showed you I could do yours.
Taylor gets it on first. Oh, they get to him behind the line, and he loses the football. Oh, they got it back. They can try and salvage something. Well, you don't like to see the fumble, but hey, at least they were able to be the ones to recover it, and they keep possession.
Yeah, and I think the key there was to stay calm through the chaos. Cooler heads prevailed and got him the ball back.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Shotgun snap now to Richardson. Escapes the pocket. He'll step up, and there he goes. And he's down. Looks like they made the stop at the 46-yard line. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
He's on the move. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
All right, first sack on the board on the first drive as a defense, and now, well, now we let the chess match begin. The adjustments begin, because we know pressure leads to sacks, and sacks in this league often leads to wins.
All right, here we go, 2nd down. Another try following the sack. Taylor makes the catch. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And it'll be first down, Colts.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
They've come out swinging to begin this contest as they've got it down to the 31. Quick slant taken in by Pittman. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. after a good pickup. They've got 2nd and 4. Takes off right out of the read option. And he gets this forward to the 19. They get 6 and a first down as well.
The difference right there, Kate, between that gain and a big hit for a loss, some really quick decision-making. He made a quick read, saw the running back was going to get hit if he handed it, and he pulls it himself for a positive gain.
All right, I'll set up now. 1st and 10. From the red zone now. Has him on the quick hitter. They'll have 1st and goal to go now after they gain 18 on the previous play.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
This drive has been excellent. A few shots now. It's starting with 6 as they come up on it. 1st and goal. Taylor is in for the Indianapolis touchdown. The Colts finish up an excellent opening series. It's a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. Well, you couldn't ask for a better start to a game than that. The offense taking it all the way down the field and finishing with 6.
These opening drives, Kate, are such tone setters. It is why every offense loves to script their first 15 plays, right? Everybody knows what's coming. Allows you during the practice week to get into rhythm, but even better when you're that sharp, that crisp, and you finish off and get the early lead.
Extra point converted by Gay. And the Colts will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. Deontay Hardy to return. And this drive will start inside the 25. So the Ravens offense taking over for the first time here. And they're brought out by someone who is the modern example of an elite running quarterback, the multiple-time MVP, Lamar Jackson.
A decade plus before Lamar, it was a guy named Michael Vick who was the standard for dual-threat quarterbacks. Well, today, that standard is Lamar Jackson, who at his best is an MVP-caliber player, the most exciting player, not just in his position, but in all of football. And don't let that running overshadow the strides he's made as a passer, too, in the pocket and as a franchise quarterback to build upon. Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Man in motion here. This is Henry on 2nd. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. The rookie out of UCLA in on the stop.
This offense may want to try and disguise their run a little bit. I don't know if it's the O-lineman's stance. I don't know if it's a cadence. I don't know what it is, but after 2 straight plays going backwards, this defense is all over him.
Here he is on 3rd and long. Escapes the pocket. He's running for it. And he wisely avoids contact, sliding down there, and that played good enough for a first. How about that play, Brock? On 3rd and 14, they find a way to convert.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play, and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
First down, ball at the 36. Trying an option here, play to the left. He'll work it a couple of yards past the line. Making the stop that time, Nick Cross. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
It may not show up as much on the old stat sheet, just a short little QB run, but what that does, Kate, is so important. Keeps that defense honest, and in particular, those defensive linemen, those cleats in the ground, they're not just coming after you in the pocket. Now they've got to think about you as a runner as well.
Finding Flowers. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he's stopped. Colts sending 6 DBs out there. Dime package, third down coming. And we will not get another play. That's going to do it for the first quarter. Neither side separating much so far. Back to the bank in just a moment. Back at beginning of the second quarter, Ravens in possession. They have it 3rd and 7. A draw now. This is Henry. And finally, they're able to bring him to the ground. That one gains 7. And that's good for a Ravens first down.
This dude was just not going to be stopped. Not by the first defender. Heck, not even by the second one who was able to bring him down. No, it took a few shots before this crew could finally get this beast down.
Going to the ground again on first. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. It's a pickup of 11. And that'll be first down, Baltimore.
You know, the elite running backs in this league, they don't just see what's right in front of them. You set up big runs like this because they see what's behind them. That's called extraordinary vision and extra yards.
They send a tight end in motion. First down read option. He keeps it running right. And he's brought down for a loss.
It's easy for me to say up here in the friendly confines of the booth, Kate, but that was not the right read. And you hate seeing him absorb yet another hit at the end of the play. You never want him taking unnecessary shots throughout this game.
Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. A tight end in motion now. Play fake. Jackson. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
When nothing opens up, that becomes a pretty clear throwaway spot. I mean, that is textbook throwaway spot right there, Kate. Get outside the box, chuck it into the third row, and avoid exactly what happened right there. Because now third down is so much harder.
Let's see what they went with on third down. From the gun, Jackson. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And they get there to take him down right around the 41.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
Staring at fourth down, the Ravens will go with Justin Tucker to try for 3. He better get all of this one. It's got a ways to go. And he missed it. It's no good. And the deficit stays at 7.
Well, once you get out beyond 50 yards, everything in the process has got to be perfect. It's a good effort, but it's going to wind up off the mark.
The Colts with their offense out, their second drive coming up. And they take the field exactly where they want it to be, Brock. Up a touchdown early and with the home crowd a little quieter than normal.
I'm not going to lie to you, Kate. I think most quarterbacks, competitors love playing on the road when they do just this. Just quiet them, right? Turn them against their own team. They were quiet after that opening touchdown. You score another one, they're going to start to murmur, and we might even hear a few boo birds.
They've got first down from the 31. From the shotgun, it's Richardson. He's got his man. That's Alec Pierce. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Off the play fake, here's Richardson. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Shotgun, handoff to Taylor. And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21. That's a short gain of 1. And it's good for an Indianapolis first down.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
They go again with Taylor. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. First down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. From the 16. The throw is caught. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs. That brings us to the 2-minute warning at the Inner Harbor. The Colts with a chance to boost their lead. 4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Taylor scores, touchdown Indy. The Colts grow their lead just before halftime. It's a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
Gay to add the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Colts double their lead to 14. Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. The Ravens offense returning to the field for their 2nd possession. They haven't been able to get that offense going just yet, Brock. The deficit at 14. Motioning one of the tight ends. On 1st down, Jackson. He's going to push one deep down the right. And he's there to send that one away incomplete.
You know, ball skills are not just a selling point for receivers entering the draft. Teams want defenders, especially in this day and age of the passing game, who can make plays on the ball too, especially on these deeper throws. He doesn't swat that one away. We could be looking at a huge gain.
2nd and 10 now. Fits it through the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. He finds 37 yards on the play to move those chains.
You throw it in the middle of the field, it's all about anticipation and accuracy. I mean, those are the 2 keys all the time in my book, Kate. But when you throw it in the middle of the field with all of the traffic, that's where guys with great anticipation and that tremendous accuracy come to life.
Big play gets him across midfield, sets him up 1st and 10 from the 40. They go play fake with Jackson. Finds his man. It's Rashad Bateman. And he's taken down at the 30.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
They send Aguilar in motion left. Bails out of the pocket quick. He'll try and run this. Now the Ravens are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. A new set of downs awaits them. Here's 1st and 10. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. He's on the move. Took off with it again. Now we're going to have a timeout taken by Baltimore. It's 2nd. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Lamar now from the gun. Completed to Flowers. And they will take this into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens make it a 1-score game before halftime. Zay Flowers, the touchdown. So he finds his man in space, and then the wideout takes advantage. Nice finish there to take it in for 6.
Yeah, no question about it. We know points are always a premium in this league, and this really becomes a 3 to 4 point play, right? When you don't have to settle for field goals, you could throw it underneath, and your receivers do that much damage in the open field and score a touchdown. That's big time.
Justin Tucker to try the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Ravens chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a 1-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Josh Downs to return it. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The Colts out there on offense late in this first half. They're up by 7. We'll see if they choose to just rest on that going into halftime. On 1st down, it's Richardson. Finds his man, Downs. And he reaches the 35 before going out. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. On target to Downs. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. Now we get a timeout from the Colts. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Hauled in by Downs. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Nate Wiggins getting up to end that play. after a good pickup. They've got 2nd and 4. They'll throw again. Richardson. He's got Pierce. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Now the offense going to take its 3rd and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. Third and a lone yard coming up. Shotgun snap now to Richardson. Ravens swoop it in, and they bring him down. We've reached halftime. The Colts on the road and enjoying a nice little lead here. Now it's down to Florida, where Jonathan Coachman is standing by in Orlando for the EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Kate, thanks very much. And with that, we welcome you all into our EA Sports studios. This is the Halftime Report. We saw former rushing champ Jonathan Taylor be a big-time factor in that first half. He had a nose for the end zone as he wound up with 2 touchdowns on the ground in those first 2 quarters.
As always, a hat tip to Coach for his hard work during the break, as we're happy to welcome y'all back for the start of our 3rd quarter. Hardy on the return. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. The Raven offense headed out for this first series of the second half. They'll try to get that ground game established better than they did in the opening half, Brock. See if they can attack that deficit. The drive begins with Henry. And he's caught after a gain of about 2. Zaire Franklin there to make the tackle. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8. Another run for Henry. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Perception and reality, Kate. The perception out there from the public is edge rushers are defined by their sacks. The reality in the locker room and in the huddle is you could be defined by your relentlessness. And his motor never stopped. Helped him track it down for a loss on the outside.
3rd and long for him here. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done. Incomplete. That one firmly denied by the man in coverage. And now they're staring at 4th and long.
The ability to track the ball, right? Ball skills isn't just knocking it away, and that's a beautiful job there, Kate. But ball skills is also being able to track a ball on a deeper throw like that. If he doesn't swat it away, we're looking at a huge gain.
And he collects the fair catch just inside the 35. We don't get a return out of that punt. And the Colts will take over. They're set up at the 35 now. Richardson now on 1st and 10. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
Richardson now on 2nd and 10. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up.
There was almost no resistance offered against a rush that came off the line ready to maul anything in sight. It was all the QB could do to get rid of that before he gets absolutely clobbered.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. That's caught for the first. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. It's a 21-yard gain. And it'll be 1st down, Colts.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Taylor now up the middle. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Working from the gun, it's Richardson. Still has some space inside the 35. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. Give him 13 on that play. And it's good for an Indianapolis 1st down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Finds Woods. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Nate Wiggins getting up to end that play. So after that completion, we've got a player in some visible discomfort. And here come the trainers to get him some help. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. From the 24, has it at the 7. And he takes it in for the Indianapolis touchdown. The Colts push their lead further to start the half. Michael Pittman Jr. with the touchdown. Well, in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
Gay to add the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Colts double their lead to 14. Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. Has this at the 6. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. Baltimore running its offense out now. Their last drive didn't make it very far before they had to punt it away, partner, so hopefully this one has some better legs to it. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Drive starts with a quick throw left, complete. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. Second and 3 now. They kick the running back in motion. 2nd and 3. He's got Andrews. And he'll head out of bounds after a short gain.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
Putting a receiver in motion. Now Jackson on 3rd down. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's good for a Ravens 1st down.
Every time I see one of those angle routes, I think back to my day 1 install. Rookie minicamp in the NFL. Texas, angle route. 49ers of the 80s, they were making hay with it then, and the running back's still doing it to this day.
They send Aguilar in motion left. From the gun, a run for Henry. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
These edge defenders in the league today, Kate, they've got so much on their list to do. A huge to-do list. They got to get to the passer, they got to set an edge, and they got to stop that run game, not just on the end of the line, but in that case, right in the middle of the field.
Receiver in motion, headed right. Here's 2nd and 11. Gets this to Bateman. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Jackson to throw it. Complete beyond the marker. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that'll be 1st down, Baltimore.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
They've got 1st down from the 31. Play fake, Jackson. He sends this one to the end zone. Oh my, it's intercepted in the end zone. Nick Cross has it.
Not a lot of one-play swings bigger than that one right there. That throw looked destined for 6, and instead, well, it gets intercepted by the defense. The only way to get bigger is if he somehow returned it 100-plus yards for 6 the other way. But what a gigantic swing of emotion.
The Colts and receiver Michael Pittman Jr. out and ready for their next series. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has him with the advantage as we move through this 3rd quarter. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Taylor gets it to begin the drive. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
There's just no question about it. He has the license to adapt a little bit, to diagnose plays because they trust his instincts. And there, well, it was all on display. Expert-level diagnosis going on to see a potential run and get in position to stop it behind the line.
From the shotgun, it's Richardson. That's complete to Pittman. And he'll get it up to the 27. We'll see what they come up with for 3rd down in just a bit. We've reached the end of 3. This one not out of reach quite yet, but it is a 2-score game to begin the 4th. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. To throw, Richardson. Taken in by Pierce. And he's down after getting this up to the 41. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
1st and 10 from the 41. He'll try left side out of the option. And he's brought down for a loss.
On these 1st and 10 calls, defenses are always keyed in that a run might be coming their way. And as soon as the QB turned to give the ball, the entire defense came crashing in to bury them for a loss.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Richardson now. Gets this to Woods. And they'll get there and stop him at the line.
It was as if the defense knew what play was coming. That was a play they knew they could defend, and boy, did they ever, stopping it right at the line of scrimmage.
Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. Richardson stays in the pocket. They'll just huck this one into row C, and some lucky fan is going to haul in a heck of a souvenir.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or two, and 3rd downs are critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, the coach wants to see them convert those.
Colts going to kick this away now on 4th, and it's Rigoberto Sanchez on for the punt. And he's got this fair catch right along the 12-yard line. No return on that punt. And the Ravens will go on offense. Now the Ravens all set for another possession. They are coming off their first interception of the game. This drive now a chance to rebuild some confidence. Motion man is the tight end here, going left. Throwing now on first down, it's Jackson. Andrews with the catch. And he's going to be brought down after getting this up to the 22.
I can't tell you how nice it is to have a big, trustworthy tight end in the passing game. Such great size to have, and he forces those defenses to find a way to try to match up when they can't.
Options are open here. It's 2nd and inches. Out of the gun, here's Jackson. Gets this one to Andrews. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
A dose of the hurry-up offense here. On first down, Jackson flushed out of the pocket. Now here he goes. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
You know, that's one of those little mental Rolodex plays. Right before the snap, you know if the read isn't there, that option isn't there, you can use your legs to make the adjustment and go get the first down.
Moving quickly, trying to get set again. First down, here's Lamar. Hits him on the in route. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that's good for a Ravens first down.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete. He can't hang on to the pass. And now they face 2nd down.
That drop ruins the payoff to a well-designed play. It got a man open, it beat the coverage. That's a call they can revisit in the future with hopefully a much better job finishing the catch.
Jackson trying again on 2nd down. Connects with Bateman. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips, cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
And again, it's Jackson. Cut near the goal line. Touchdown, Baltimore. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
Tucker on for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Ravens chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Kickoff taken at the 3. Returns looking good so far. The tackle's made, so this drive will begin at the 34-yard line. The Colts and Anthony Richardson headed back onto the field. And on that last drive, Brock, he crossed a notable threshold in passing yards for the season. Always nice when you can reach one of those plateaus to look back on after the year's over. From the gun, Taylor. And they bring him down after he ran through him up to the 43. A 9-yard rip on the ground there, and we've reached the 2-minute warning. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Taylor again. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. So quickly the defense burns a timeout here. 1:57 remaining in the game. Football on that 47-yard line, first down. Straight ahead with Taylor. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3. With 1:54 remaining, the defense burns a timeout. Second down now, 7 to go. Here's Taylor. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss. Now we get another stoppage here. Just 1:52 remaining. The defense burns a timeout. Third and 10. Can this offense get it done? Back to throw. That's caught for the first. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. That play good for 17 and a first down.
Not met many receivers in my life that don't love the spotlight, but you got to earn your place there. The easy way to do it, catches just like that, going up into double coverage and making the play anyway.
Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on first down. With the win in hand, they'll take the knee, let this clock run out.
There's still some time to bleed off the clock, but the important factor is that the defense is helpless to stop it. You could just run that clock down as far as you're able and take off every single second.
Kneel down here, and they can start to celebrate this win. The Colts in a victory formation as they kneel it down.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
After one final kneel down, partner, and this should do it. So it's the Colts who come away with a win on the road. This is the type of game everyone was hoping they'd see when they entered this stadium, Brock, you and I included. A close one that went all the way down to the final whistle.
And Kate, this is one of the bigger adjustments a college player has to make to the NFL. In college, you get a lot of blowouts. The NFL, every game you get calloused because you know more often than not, they'll be like this, a one-possession game that's not about how you start. It's all about how you finish.
Well, that'll do it for us, for Brock Heward and our entire hard-working crew. I'm Kate Scott. This has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Colts are winners as we say so long from Baltimore.